Hi guys, this is Carly here. I got a suggestion today to read some poetry, so I chose for Edgar Allan Poe. I'll
The
be reading The
Raven.
Raven.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, "tapping at my chamber door. Only this, nothing more." Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden who the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terror, never felt before. So that's now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This is it, this it is, and nothing more." My soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir, and I, and madam, truly your forgottenness I implore. But the fact that is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping, tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there, and nothing more. Deep in the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortals ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." Then I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, my soul and all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely there is something at my window lattice. Let me see, then, where thereat is, and this mistress explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and then mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Here I flung the shutter, and when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of a saintly day of yore. Not the least absence made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with a mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, but the grave and stern decorum of its countenance is war. "Though thy chest be scorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is, thy Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marvelled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its little answer me little reverence bore. Yet we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpture bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely as the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further then he uttered, not a feather then he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, "Doubtless," said I, "what it utters is its only
only stock in store, caught from some unhappy master whom unmercifully disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore, of never, nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, still I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grime ungainly, ghastly, gaunting, ominous bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. Then I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, and the lamplight glowing o'er. But those velvet violet linings with the lamplight glowing o'er, she shall press, nevermore. Then ergo dancer, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tuffled floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he sent thee, respite and Nephilim from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind Nephilim, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent, whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm of Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by the heaven that bent us, by the God we both adore, tell the soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aidenn it shall clasp a sainted maiden, who the angels named Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels named Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be the word or sign in parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked, upstarting, get thee back into the tempest and the night Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thou leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave no loneliness unbroken. Put thy bust above my door. Take thy beak from my heart, and take thy form from my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the placid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seemings of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight over him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. Allan Poe's The Raven. I hope you like it. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, bye.